There's a gas station off the highway, about 25 minutes from where I live. It's called Quick Check, one of those 24-hour convenience stores with flickering fluorescent lights and a smell that's part coffee, part floor cleaner. It's the only thing open late around here. I live in a rural area where the nights are quiet enough that you can hear your own thoughts, and sometimes, that's not a good thing. My sleep schedule has been destroyed for years. I do most of my work at night, coding, writing, whatever keeps my brain occupied, and by the time I realize I'm hungry, it's usually around 2 a.m. That's when I make my little pilgrimage to Quick Check. The road there is empty, just 2 lanes cutting through fields and tree lines. No houses. No other cars. Just the occasional deer or the sound of wind hitting the windows. You start to forget that people even exist out there. That night, I pulled in like I always did. The parking lot was almost empty, just one pickup truck parked off to the side. I didn't think much of it. I went inside, ordered a sandwich, and started pacing around the aisles while I waited. That's when I saw him. At first, I didn't even realize what I was looking at. At the far end of one of the aisles, right in front of the refrigerated drinks, there was someone sitting on the ground. Cross-legged. Perfectly still. Facing the glass doors like he was studying something inside them. It was such a strange sight that my brain tried to explain it away. Maybe he dropped something. Maybe he worked there. But no. He wasn't moving. Just sitting. He had a brown jacket on. Jeans. Scuffed boots. The fluorescent lights made his skin look pale, almost gray. I tried to act normal, pretending to look. His head snapped toward me like he'd been waiting. His eyes were wide open, not surprised, not angry, just too wide. Like the kind of stare you see on someone who's forgotten how to blink. His lips were trembling, quivering like he was freezing. But it was warm inside. The worst part wasn't his face, it was the way he sat. His back was twisted at this strange angle, his shoulders slumped, like his body didn't quite know how to be human anymore. For a few seconds, we just stared at each other. Neither of us said a word. Then I looked away, pretending I hadn't seen anything. My hands were shaking a little. I went straight back to the counter, hoping my sandwich was done so I could get the hell out of there. It wasn't. I stood there, pretending to check my phone, glancing toward the aisle every few seconds. The man never came out. He didn't move. He just sat there, facing the fridge like before. When my food was finally ready, I thanked the cashier, took the bag, and walked out quickly. The night air hit me, cool and quiet. I glanced around the parking lot, it was empty. The pickup truck was still there, though. Its windows were tinted dark. I got in my car, started the engine, and pulled out. For a moment, everything felt normal again. But just as I was about to merge onto the highway, I saw movement in my side mirror. Someone was running. From the store to the far end of the parking lot. Full sprint. I looked closer, brown jacket. It was him. He disappeared behind the truck. I didn't wait to see what happened next. I pressed the gas and drove off, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. Once I was back on the empty highway, I tried to calm myself down. Maybe he was just a junkie. Maybe he wasn't after me. Maybe I was overreacting. Then I saw headlights behind me. At first, I didn't think much of it. It's rare to see another car at that hour, but not impossible. Then the lights got closer. And closer. I was going 70. Then 80. Then 90. And still, the headlights were closing in. I moved into the right lane, thinking the driver just wanted to pass, but he moved with me. I slowed down. So did he. Then he flashed his high beams. Once. Twice. Then again. That's when I saw the outline of the truck, the same one from the parking lot. My blood went cold. He started honking, loud and angry, the sound echoing across the empty road. I pressed my foot down harder. 95. 100. The steering wheel was shaking in my hands, but I didn't dare slow down. Then, bang. The whole car jolted forward. He had rammed me. The impact nearly sent me spinning, but I gripped the wheel as hard as I could and forced the car straight. I could see his headlights swinging wildly behind me, getting ready for another hit. I didn't think. I just reacted. When I saw him closing in again, I swerved left and slammed on the brakes. The truck shot past me, fishtailing wildly. It spun once, twice, then veered off the road and disappeared into the dark field beside the highway. I didn't stop. I couldn't. I just kept driving. My hands were shaking, my vision blurry with tears. I don't even remember the rest of the ride home, only that when I finally parked, I sat there for a long time, engine running, unable to move. When I finally made it inside, I called the police. They took my statement, but what could I really tell them? A man in a brown jacket tried to kill me. That's all I had. They said they'd check the quick check security footage. That was a week ago. No one's called me back yet. My car still has a dent in the back bumper, a reminder of that night. Every time I drive past that stretch of highway, I catch myself glancing in the rearview mirror, half expecting to see headlights rushing toward me again. And sometimes, late at night, I think about that man sitting cross-legged on the floor, staring into the refrigerator like he could see something inside that I couldn't. Something waiting. Watching. And I wonder,